It's the Monday weather for Weather Geeks. What are we doing here and not outside? Look at these temperatures this afternoon. Best day of the year so far, that's for sure, and that's saying something because yesterday was awfully nice. We're not in record territory or anything this afternoon, but it is just amazing. These are the 2 o'clock hour temperatures. Getting close to 80 in some spots. 78 in Newcastle, 76 in Boardman, 77 in Calcutta, and I looked, and last year on April 13th it was 80 degrees, so what is about April 13th around here? It gets warm, it seems, lately. This will be the high water mark of the next week, but nonetheless, the next 5 or 6 days are not chilly by any stretch. It'll just be a little bit cooler than it is right now. Let's take a look at the regional view here at the Youngstown Warren Airport at 2 o'clock, 77 degrees. We've got some fair weather clouds blossoming, some cumulus clouds out there, but the more substantial clouds are off to the west, and this is our cold front out here, pushing into northwest Ohio, into Indiana, Illinois. And scanning real quick, I don't see any lightning with this just yet. But the atmosphere is marginally unstable out ahead of this front, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center does have Ohio and northwestern PA in the marginal risk of severe weather. Well, what's that mean? It means it's a low risk. We can't rule it out that one of these storms manages to bring a damaging wind gust this evening, but it's a real low chance. Most of these will just be garden variety showers with some embedded thunder and perhaps some gusty winds, not damaging winds, but gusty winds later today. Just not something we can take off the table that the stronger storms turn a little bit strong or perhaps even severe. This is the radar as of now. I'll show you the future radar in just a second. Real quick, though, because it's just such a thing of beauty, I want to show you the temperatures across the region this afternoon. Take off the ISO bars here. Notice the pocket of warmth that exists on the east side of this front and then going up to the mid-Atlantic states and into the northeast. And behind this front, notice it's not cold at all. It's just kind of back to normal, or even still above normal, out across the Midwest. That's the air mass we'll have here tomorrow, back in the 60s. We should still be in the middle and upper 50s, so 60s still a real bargain. So some of the ingredients this afternoon that we'll be keeping an eye on as far as the possibility of severe weather. One thing I like to show you in these types of setups is the CAPE, or convective available potential energy. It's one of the measures of how unstable the atmosphere is. If air parcels begin to rise, how high can they rise? So look at our short-range model here for late this afternoon. As you can see, the CAPE is much higher down on the Gulf Coast, as is typical of the season, but we do get a little blue shading up here into parts of Ohio as we head towards evening. We're talking CAPE values on the order of a few hundred joules per kilogram, and, if you're unfamiliar with this, that's a little unstable, but not through the roof. Some of our big thunderstorm days will see CAPE values of over 1,000 or even 2,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE. So, it's a little unstable. There could certainly be some thunder later on today, but, this isn't going to be a real big deal. Here's the simulated radar then this evening at 7. It's the time of the year where golf leagues are going on in the late afternoon and early evening, softball, baseball, people are outdoors. So, want to tell you that for the next 4 or 5 hours, you're mostly in good shape. Now, this is 7 o'clock. The farther north and west you live, those will be the areas that see the rain first. So at 7 o'clock, your chances of rain are increasing northwest of Youngstown, southeast of town. I think you're dry probably through the 7 o'clock hour. By the 8 o'clock hour, this line continues pushing south and east. Here's 8 o'clock this evening with a line of showers and thunderstorms kind of bisecting our viewing area from southwest to northeast. So that's 8 o'clock, right around sunset, by the time most outdoor activities are wrapping up. And then a couple of hours later at 10 o'clock, some showers around. So I think we're in the clear through about 7. And then after 7, from west to east or northwest to southeast, your rain chances will increase. Now, how long do these showers stick around? I think there can be some damp weather well into the night tonight. Here's 1 in the morning. And 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, especially in the south, could be some residual showers. But as you get up and around tomorrow morning, when most people are getting up and getting ready for their Tuesday, we should be dry. Now, it's going to be a close call as to how much sunshine we see tomorrow. There could be a nice gradient from north to south in terms of amount of sunshine tomorrow. Our sunniest areas tomorrow probably north of 80. The farther south you are and the closer to this front, which is getting hung up or stalled down towards the Ohio River, I think the farther south you are, the better chance of seeing some clouds for much of the day tomorrow. This front's just sort of hanging up or stalling down here. So that's tomorrow morning. Here's tomorrow afternoon. Notice the rain not making a whole lot of northward progress, but not exactly making a lot of southward progress either. This front's just sort of hanging up down through here until it finally gets out of here tomorrow night. The sky won't completely clear in our entire viewing area, but eventually it will. Let's look at Wednesday real quick here. Tax Day on Wednesday, also my parents' anniversary, and it is going to be a nice day. Here's Wednesday afternoon. See a mix of sun and clouds. I think clouds will try to increase late Wednesday, and that will pave the way to a cloudier day Thursday. Here's Thursday's setup. We've got moisture increasing from the south on Thursday. Here's a look at the lines of equal pressure, or isobars. We have high pressure off the coast of New York State and Long Island. A weak little disturbance, but an increase in moisture back here to the west. It's hard to pick out a little individual surface feature here, but I think moisture will increase Thursday with an increasing chance for showers by afternoon. And that chance for some showers will likely continue into the day on Friday. Here's Friday afternoon. There's not going to be much. This isn't looking like a lot, but, we're going to include the chance for a shower in our Friday forecast. And then never too early to start thinking about the weekend. And after a nice weekend this past weekend, this upcoming weekend, not likely to start as nice. This is the GFS model on Saturday. Low pressure down here, another low up here, and they're kind of connected by a cold front. And then there's high pressure off to the north and west. This front will be kind of a slow mover. We'll have a chance for rain on Saturday. And then Sunday, 6 days from now, if the GFS were to be believed, there would still be residual low pressure around the Midwest and cloudy, murky weather for us. This is 6 days out, and not all the models are singing the same song, as you would expect. But this is what the GFS has. It would suggest that the entire weekend isn't that great this time around. We'll pay the price for having a really nice weekend this past weekend. And then a week from today, cold front marching through the east, and a chilly pattern setting up in the 7 to 10 or 12 day period. Here's the upper level flow ridge for midweek here. That's why temperatures will stay above average. But this disturbance out in the Rockies is what increases our chance for rain heading towards late this week and into the upcoming weekend. And then notice the pattern a week from today. This starts to become the pattern we had in the winter. Ridge in the west, trough in the Great Lakes and the Midwest, and that spells cooler than average, or near average at least, temperatures for at least the first half of next week. So today through the weekend, most, if not all days, will be above average. Today, of course, way above average. And then next week, early in the week, probably a bit of a pattern change that hopefully won't last too long, but for at least a few days, we'll be on the chilly side. Thank you for watching the Monday Weather for Weather Geeks. Follow me on Facebook, put meteorologist in front of my name, and I'm Eric WFMJ on Twitter, and I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11.